Jim Chambers and a lot with my buddy in the back there. Vince. I got a little nervous. I just walked in here and get thrown to the fire, but that's cool. That's cool. But anyway, just a little bit about me, real quick. My name is Wayne Smala. I'm originally from New York. Moved down here about 15 years ago. My parents are from Ecuador, South America, so I do speak Spanish. But anyway, I moved over here about 15 years ago to Charlotte because the company that I work for one day just asked me, do you want to get up and move? I said yes. I didn't think they'd call me the next week and tell me, all right, you're going to Gastonia. But anyway, that was great. That was probably the best move of my life. I lived in the Bronx. For any of you that see, I know where the Bronx is. It is exactly the way they portray it in the movies. So to me, it was a blessing to get out of there. I have kids. I did not want them growing up where I grew up. Okay? So when I came here, a lot of things came together for me. Three main, pretty much faith, right? Spiritual, emotion, and financial, right? Everything just came together for me here. Spiritual, because when I came here, I found Jesus Christ in my life.
Yeah!
Then after that, all the blessings just started to fall into place. I found my wife right now. Yeah. Been with her for 14 years. I got 2 more incredible kids with her. I got 4 total. I also have 2 grandbabies. Wow. Yes. Wow. 2 grandbabies. I'm a grandfather. Wow.
Still true.
Then the other thing was I started my business here. I became an accountant. I also opened up an insurance agency, and things were looking great for me. But really, the biggest blessing that I got through all of that really put all 3 of those things together was finding World Ventures. Yes. To me, it was a huge thing because spirit. When you talk about spiritual, you always have the faith something big is going to happen in your life. This is something big that's happening in my life, okay? And then obviously the emotionals, because when you go through a lot of stuff in your life, you start having doubt in yourself. And you start thinking that, to what Mike was saying, yes, there was a time in my life where I didn't know, why would I follow myself? Okay, because those are the things that I went. And I finally was able to look at myself and say, yeah, you know what? I'm ready for this. I like that guy across who I'm looking at. And it takes some time for that, right? And then the other thing, the financial part, we all think about what is finances, right? What do we work for? And another quote that I was telling Michael the other day, when you get out of working for people, there's something that winds up happening. You start hearing things that you were saying before, but didn't understand what you were saying. If that makes any sense. I'm kind of clumsy in my words there. But nevertheless, when I would talk to people that were very excited about their job, they would tell me, man, I was the top producer in my company, and my boss came to me and said, now I got to do double that next year. To me, it was like, what's the excitement in that? Just means you got to work double to keep your job. That's bad, right?
Bad. Cold blood.
To me, it just didn't make any sense. So just to backtrack a little bit, I was my own boss. I had my own business. I thought I had everything going for myself. But again, if you don't follow a proper system, all I did is really I gave myself 5 jobs is really all I did. Because I was a salesperson, I was a producer, I was a tax guy, and I was the insurance guy, I was the insurance agent. I was everything. I was a clerk, I was a person up front, I was greeting everybody, creating relationships. I mean, I got tired just telling you what I was doing. But anyway, that's pretty much what I was doing. And wasn't spending the time with my wife, wasn't spending the time with my kids, but sometimes ego gets in our way, and I was just like, I'm bringing the bread home, so don't complain. That's really what we get sometimes, unfortunately. Yeah, so I lost track of what was important in my life. I really did. So something really big happened in my life that I want to share with you guys real quick is my wife is from Mexico. All right, and she came following the American dream. And we're not gonna talk politics of what's right and what's wrong, but yes, she came into this country illegally, okay? And because of that, I didn't choose. I don't go up to my girl and say, hey, listen, let me see your green card. Right? So I fell in love with her. I had kids with her. I married her. But there's no law in this country right now that would allow her to stay with me, okay? So unfortunately, it came to a point where she was asked to leave. I already had 2 kids, okay? So when she left, the lawyers told me after spending thousands and thousands of dollars in attorney fees, the attorney told me, he says, Wayne, don't worry, you'll get your wife back in 2 years. Oh. Okay? Well, I have 2 kids, all right? I have no family here. Well, now I got a great big family, right? Yeah. But before this, I had nobody here to help me out. All my family's up in New York, okay? So I had to leave my office every day at 3 o'clock, pick up my kids at school, take them home, cook for them, make sure the clothes is done, make sure their homework is done, take them to sporting events. I had to do everything that my wife did. That's when I realized how underappreciated my wife was. Because I didn't last at all doing what she did. I can't do it. I don't reckon anyway. But anyway, honestly speaking, the things that killed me is my kids love sports. All right, my son loves baseball, and he's a great pitcher, by the way. So as the guy, as a father, I guess sometimes we want to be the strong guy, right? The hardest thing for me was seeing my son stay under mine, can't throw that next pitch. I gotta go out there because I'm the coach. It's okay, what's wrong? Can't get the signs from the field. And he starts crying in the middle of the field because he wants his mother there. Okay? My daughter plays soccer. She plays in one of the travel teams. She comes off the field because she just scored a goal. Instead of being excited about it, she's crying. She can't continue playing because her mother didn't see her score a goal. Yeah. That starts to kill me. And the first thing I start thinking about is, I'm never there. I'm never there for those games. And I'm thinking about it. They probably don't show that same emotion because they know I'm local. But they got to be feeling something weird knowing that I'm not there, right? Because I'm out there working all the time. So that ego about me bringing the bread all of a sudden disappeared. That's right. Now, all of a sudden, it's like, I'm not doing anything for them. Money is nothing, right? I'm not doing anything for them. So, with all that said and done, my wife and I fasted and we prayed while she was in Mexico. The way we fasted, we didn't fast. We didn't eat breakfast like every single day. We would just pray. My wife was back in 88 days. Remember I told you I would get that? Wow! And my wife came back in 88 days. So when I saw that, the first thing I told her when I saw her, I was like, babe, I ain't putting you through that again. Because I couldn't do what you do. I don't know how you do it every day. I couldn't do it for 88 days. So I told her, listen, we're going to do the same prayer thing again, all right, until God throws something in my lap that shows me that we can do something different from our traditional business where I can spend time with you guys, right? So we decided to go on a 40-day run. We're going to do the fasting thing. We're going to do it for 40 days. But man, sometimes, again, we just get so desperate. We just want to be IMDs like tomorrow. It's not going to happen, right? We got to go out there. We got to do the work. Same thing with me. I just wanted something to happen. So on day 38, I wake up and I tell my wife, man, I'm upset, man, this is not working. I only got a one-time deal with God. You only gave me one miracle, got you back in 88 days. But it didn't work out that way. My wife, she's small, but she's big at the same time. She tells you how it is, right? So she looked at me and she said, man, weren't we going to do this for 40 days? It's only day 38, man. Stop crying, go to work, and let's see what happens, right? They give it the 40 days. Get big.
Yes, baby.
All right? So I show up to work that day, and Yvonne Farfan and Michael Catlow show up in my office. Now, my first reaction is, why are you showing up unexpected? You got to have an appointment to come and see me, right? Because Yvonne knows me. And the worst thing is, my office used to be all the way in the back. You can't go just walk down the hall. She walked like she owned the place. She went all the way down the hall. Said, wait, you got to see this. I'm looking at her. Yvonne, you got to get out of here. But to me, the biggest blessing was her doing that. See, sometimes we forget. Sometimes we just think about how much money's going to put in our pocket, and we tend to forget that how much somebody needs this on the other side.
That's right.
Yvonne didn't know what I needed. Yvonne didn't know what I was going through. I didn't tell her I'm praying for a new job. She thought I had it made. I had 2 businesses. I had a 3,000 square foot office. Everything was good. But she still sat there, and she looked at me, and she said, Wayne, I'm not moving here until you see this.
She did.
So I said, well, I got stuff to do. Can you go somewhere else? Go to one of my other offices. All right, let me use your conference room. All right, so she goes to the conference room and there's stuff going on over there. And then Michael, every hour after he presents, comes inside and says, hey, Wayne, don't mean to bother you, but she's wanting somebody over there. So since we showed you first, just want to give you a courtesy. All right, I'll be there shortly. An hour later, wow. Michael steps in there again and says, hey, Wayne, no pressure. No pressure. She's, all right, I'll be out there. So finally I go out there because my business mentality is thinking, all right, she's making money in my office. Something's wrong, right? So I go out there and say, all right, show me the deal. Show me how this works. All right? So Michael shows it to me. I see the vacations. The first thing that clicks in my mind is, all right, vacations. I want to spend time with my family. Now I'm going to be forced to go on vacations. That's another thing we tend to forget. We gotta fall in love with our product. We got the most amazing product on planet Earth.
Yes.
Right? That would sell anybody. Forget, multi-level marketing. That doesn't matter. It's the product that you have.
Yeah,
And that's where they got me. They showed me that, and I said, well, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna go on vacation with my family.
Yeah.
Okay? But then something happened. Michael looked at me in my eyes, and he said, Wayne, I'm gonna build a dynasty here. I didn't even know this guy. This guy was working in flip-flops in my office. Right? And he said he's gonna build a dynasty here. But there's a phrase that he said to me. He said, hey, listen, we just want you to come along. We want you to come along for the ride. And the worst thing that can happen is I don't want you missing out on this. And just for time purposes, I had gone through another experience with somebody else that offered me another deal. And I do his books. And every single month I see his bank statements where he's making $80,000 to $90,000 a month.
Come on.
All right? Same words. I'm gonna build a dynasty, Wayne. Come join me. No. All right? I'm gonna build a dynasty, Wayne. Come join me. Okay. The bottom line, when he told me that, there's one thing to hit here, and this is important, and I'll finish up with this. You gotta understand that first of all, like I said, the product is absolutely amazing. Okay? So first of all, fall in love with the product. The second thing you got to fall in love with is the reason why you're doing it. Understand that. Because if you don't love the reason why you're doing it, I don't care what you're doing, you're never going to excel. Okay? You got to understand, you got to fall in love with it because every day you got to wake up. Every day you got to wake up and go to that place. Go do that presentation. Go do whatever you got to do. Don't focus on what the storm is. Don't focus what the trials are or whatever that is. Keep your focus on the prize. Where are you going to go with this? What that means for your family. What that means for your kids. What that means for your wife. Because in my mind, after what I lived through, okay, my wife and my kids deserve the best.
Yeah.
They only deserve the best. Okay? So it's not no longer that I'm just going to work to put bread on the table. I'm going to work so I can spend the rest of my life with them.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay? So at the end, there is no secret on how you're going to present this. There is no secret on how you're going to show this. You got the best product on the planet. When you enrolled, you was excited about it. Keep that excitement and keep it forward. Just push it forward. If you love something, you're going to go to somebody and say, dude, you got to go on this $69 cruise. It's crazy. If you don't go, you're retarded. I'm going to Because we would do that for anything else. Right? For anything else, somebody tells you, I ain't going over there. Damn, you dumb, man. You go there. And then you put a price tag onto something like this, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, there we go. What, you don't want to be my friend anymore? Come on, and trust me, I tell you this because I was that whiner. Because I was the guy that I would be. My family called me and told me, Wayne, you're stupid. What are you doing? Then I go, I still signed up 14 people in 1 month.
Come on.
First month.
And then they said, when we're going to be here. As a matter of fact, Michael said, go make me a t-shirt that says Confit and I come work for you. I said, great, I didn't even order the shirt. So when I ordered the shirt, I said, all right, when we start training, when I come back from Mexico, when is that? Next week? He said, no, next month. 29 days later, I said, all right, but you know what? There was a drive there. And then my drive was I wanted to make my money back right away. So I set my goal and I said, I want to go out and get my 6. So I give in my money. I made my 6 back the following week. Okay? Because I wanted my direct deposit. I didn't even know. I didn't know this was going to work. But I went in my back office, direct deposit, great. Put my information in there, my money was deposited that following Friday.
That's it.
Okay? And when I presented to people, there was no hype, this is amazing. I didn't know if it was amazing. Dude, some guy in flip-flops came to show me this program. He's gonna build a dynasty. It looks amazing. And you know what? The risk of not doing this is worse than me doing it. So I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna ask you to come and join this because if it's great, we'll do this together. If not, we'll freaking find something else to do. The bottom line is, let's do this. Let's try this out. That's all I did. That's all I did. All right? So you don't have to go on a vacation to come back pumped and show it. Look at your product. Find one that you want to go to. And say, oh my goodness, we got to go here together. That's it. Fall in love with it. The other day, I'm sorry, I know I said I was going to finish, but I want to share this.
You got time. You got time.
All right.
You got time.
I went to a Spanish presentation I was doing, and they were all like, I don't understand, we're all for it, but let's see where it goes. There was no belief there, I can tell. So I left them with one homework. I said, listen, next Thursday that I come back here, I need to hear you guys talk about these vacations. You guys gotta log in and look at those vacations. Come back the next Thursday, actually it was a Sunday, I went back over there. And the one, I promise you, because everybody knew this, the most negative person on the team is the one that got up. No, she was already enrolled, but she was like, I'm just doing this because y'all doing it. She was there, that was that type of attitude. She got up when I said, hey, listen, so who saw the vacation? She got up, she said, oh my goodness, these vacations are crazy. I'm going to Bora Bora. I'm going here. What are you guys waiting for? Get This is proof that it works. This is proof that we have the best product on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Just look at it, fall in love with it, fall in love with your wife, and you will be places you never dreamed of.